I think it's just started. Okay. So, good evening, everyone. I'm Rashmi Hazarika. I'm a volunteer for Fridays for Future India, and Radhika and I would like to welcome you all for tonight's PFP session on environmental and health implication of mining activities in the state of Meghalaya. So, before moving on to tonight's topic, I would like to say a few words on what PFP is. So PFP is People for Planet campaign, which is basically about raising awareness on environmental and social rights of indigenous communities of India, and also recognizing their role in conservation and protection of Mother Nature. So another question is why we should be so concerned about the mining activities that has been going on in the state of Meghalaya. It's because Meghalaya is a biodiversity enriched state with high diversity of species and high level of endemism. Meghalaya is also home to major tribes, that is Khasi, Jaintia, and Garo, and also some of the minor tribes. So since Meghalaya is quite rich in mineral resources, so mining activities have been going on in the state from several decades, and over the years, uh, it has it has some serious and environmental and health implications on the local communities of Meghalaya. So when you talk about health hazards, the major concern is about the miners who have a high probability of developing respiratory and lung diseases, and also the people who are living in the peripheral areas of these mines have a high tendency of getting exposed to chemicals, and also have a tendency of getting thermal exposure. So, coming to another aspect, the forest degradation and water pollution have been the major repercussion of mining activities. And here, I would like to address that the livelihood of these local communities are directly related to forest and river system. So, firstly, I would like to address the issue of red hole mining in the state of Meghalaya. So, East Jaintia Hill of Meghalaya has very thin coal seam, due to which open cast mining is quite impossible in this area, and also due to hilly terrain, red hole mining is preferred instead of open cast mining. So, red hole mining mainly involves digging very small and narrow tunnels, which are approximately of 3 to 4 feet, and there are generally two types of rat hole mining, that is box cutting and side cutting. So due to loss of livelihood and lack of employment and educational facilities in these areas, the local people consider or see this mine as a means to earn their living. So as these tunnels are quite narrow, children are preferred to extract the coal instead of adults. And rat hole mine has become a major source for soil and water pollution. The recent scientific report says that water of Kopili River has turned acidic due to storage of coal on the riverbed of the river. So since these mines are located in the very close proximity to Kopili River, flooding usually takes place, and flood water accumulates in this hole. So suppose if a miner get trapped in this rat hole mines, they have a very low chance of getting out of it, and higher possibility of getting lost. Because since this tunnels are usually of I think around 160 feet or so long, so if a rescuer comes to rescue them, they can only like go till like 100 feet or so. Therefore, in 2014, the National Green Tribunal of India banned rat hole mining as it is the most unsafe and unscientific way of mining. And the final ban on rat hole mining in India in Meghalaya came into effect on 2019 after a major mining accident occurred in Lumthari village of Jaintia Hills. So now I would like to request Radhika to address the issues of limestone and uranium mining. Thank you.
Okay, so limestone is the basic non-metallic raw material which is used in the production of cement. And India is the second largest producer of cement after China on a global scale. Uh, the state of Meghalaya is abundant in limestone, and it accounts for about 9% of India's total limestone resources. Uh, and the limestone mining takes place through open cast method at both large and small scale levels. uh, Along with this, with limestone mining comes a number of environmental impacts such as soil pollution, water pollution, instability in soil and rock masses. There's a major loss of flora and fauna, and even a reduction in the biodiversity of the area. Now we come to uranium mining. Meghalaya is the third richest state in uranium after Jharkhand and Andhra Pradesh, and Meghalaya it accounts for 16% of India's total uranium reserve, which is about 9,500 tons. And there are a number of environmental problems that come with uranium mining, such as there's air pollution, there's surface and groundwater pollution, there's soil erosion, and there's a large disturbance in the hydro in geological systems. And these are only a few problems that are caused because of uranium mining. People who work in these mines are also exposed to complex risks such as radiation, which can be deadly. Uh, and then, when we come to the social and economic impact of uranium mining, the first being that due to the minings, a lot of people get displaced from their homes, which leads to an increase in violence and crime. People also lose their livelihood, which is dependent on the natural, like Rashmi said, on the biodiverse area, and like when they get displaced, their livelihood also gets taken away from them. And not only this, also the traditional culture and knowledge gets displaced because of when they have to move from one place to another. uh, and these projects bring a lot of people from around the country to these areas, and these people, and which harms their tradition and culture, which the tribals are very protective about. Uh, Now I just want to say that overall, like the mining does not have a positive impact on the people, on their traditions, or their culture, or even on their health as well.
Yeah. Also, I would like to add one more point. Since most of this, some of the there are like thousands of abandoned mines which are located in ecologically sensitive sites of Meghalaya. So I think it's very necessary to go for like reclamation of this abandoned mine, and like some kind of compensatory afforestation can be done in this area. Otherwise, like the area in and around this mines are just lying like wasteland,
Yeah,
so it's of no use as of now.
which leads to these open cast mines or even rat hole mines. They become barren land, and you can't. It
Exactly.
leads to loss of agricultural land also, because they can't do their natural
Yeah.
cultivation, traditional forms of cultivation which they used to doing since centuries, because of their like, because tribals have a unique way of living. They like are very self sufficient in the way they live. And I feel that when mining happens and they get displaced, everything just, you know, everything does not sit right because their whole lives get changed because they are moved away. Yeah.
And it's like their whole livelihood depend on this native forest and river. So
Yeah.
since this forests are getting degraded, water is getting polluted, then what they are supposed to do? Like they don't have any source of livelihood because of this. So yeah, I think it's a matter of serious concern.
Uh, do we have any questions, Vaishnavi?
No.
Okay, I think that's it
Okay.
for our
The
session.
session.
So thank you,
Hello.
Rashmi.
Hello. Yeah, Radhika, I think I'm having some poor network connection. Yeah, I'm really sorry. Actually, I'm having some poor connection. So yeah, can you sum up the session if you don't mind?
Yeah, thank you, Rashmi, for coming for this live session and giving us an
Yeah, thank
aspect.
you.
Uh, and if you guys have any questions, you can contact us on our Instagram handle, which is fridaysforfuture.india at fridaysforfuture.india. Our Twitter handle is FFF India. Our Facebook handle is Fridays number for future.india. Our YouTube is Fridays for Future India. And if you have anything, you can also email us at fridaysforfuture.india@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching this live session. Like Meghalaya, there are many other communities that are being affected by, and there are many other communities that we have covered in this series of People for the Planet. You can go check out our YouTube channel for our webinars, and there will be more webinars coming. Thank you once again for coming for this live session.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.